Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Excuse me. We are back, and we are ready to cast some more stuff. I just gotta quickly go change over the stream a little bit, just to so people don't get confused. I don't confuse myself when I'm making these VODs. It's gonna be week number 9. Actually, gotta figure out what team we're going against. So this is actually be very new to me. I have no idea how it's gonna be. This is gonna be live, but me choosing this stuff. All right. Anyway, you guys hear me going through the replays right now? Browse. Excuse me. Up one level. Up one level. Up one level. Week 9. Division A. International Federation of Untouchables versus IWL, which I gotta remember these guys' names. I really don't remember. Back to Clan League. Insanity Without Limits. Okay. So it's gonna be Insanity Without Limits versus International Federation of Untouchables. I may have spelled that wrong. Yes, I did. International, or IFU. International. All right, we updated the thing, guys, though, which means we're good. First thing's gonna be IFU. Okay, let's see how many reps we have. All right, we have a good amount, ladies and gentlemen. All right, yeah, we're gonna start with Cryok. Now, let me get this thing right here. We need to get these things actually operational here. International. I don't think I can fit this. International Federation. Actually, let's just do Federation of Untouchables. Federation of. That I think I could. Well, actually, it's gonna be really small. You guys get the picture. And this is what I normally do when my stream's out, but because I just didn't want to get you guys, I didn't want to like appear that I was gonna come back way later. I just want to get this stuff on stream. I'm actually getting somewhat moderately faster at this, so. And Insanity. All these teams have like super long names that are silly. And even with the amount of space on the overlay, man, I do not have enough room for this. Are you kidding me? I can't move it. There we go. I know what I can do. Yeah, check it. Alright, and then that will be versus. Whoa, what is that guy's name? Bo 6P. That's an interesting name. Bo 6P. Okay, very interesting name. Alright, anyway, week number 9, guys, is about to begin. I'm happy. Let me just reference these clans for a second right here. Week number 9, let's look at this stuff up right now. Alright, International Federation of Untouchables is number 6 seed, and Insanity Without Limits is on the number 7 seed. This by no means means that they're bad players, but they're on the lower end of Division A, which means even if they're a little bit on the crappier side or the bad side of this division, now keep in mind there's like LRM, SAS, these big hitters, refs are in here as well. Division A, refs, excuse me. It's a tough division to actually do well in. So, it's Division A for a reason. The top seeded clans are in there, and so by no means that they're not even in the last place. That's a good thing. All right, anyway. So this should be a somewhat moderately even match. All right. Okay. So it looks like the starting map of each series of the 1v1 will be Blue Storm. Apparently Zerg favored. Of what I've heard from a lot of players. But anyway, why don't we get into this, guys? I'm excited. Let's do it. Game starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in game. Let's do this. Spawning at the top right as our yellow Protoss. It'll be Insanity Without Limits, Bo 6P. And then his opponent will be the blue Terran, the International Federation of Untouchables, Cryok. Amazing stuff there, ladies and gents. And I'll be excited for this matchup. We got some awesome Zerg stuff to go with it too. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah. So Blue Storm, we'll just go over it a little bit for any newbies out there. Blue Storm has it's pretty much a whoa. Oh, okay. I didn't realize my headset was almost out of battery. So I need to go quickly fix that. Give me 1 second. I just gotta go plug this bad boy in, which is gonna take me less than 5 seconds. I hope you guys can still hear me. Yes, it looks like you guys can still hear me. Great stuff there. Let me untangle this wire a little bit more so I have a little bit more maneuverability as I'm used to having a wireless headset. Alright, let's get back into this game. And that's what that sound was earlier. Anyway, it's a pretty flat map in general. Very easy to, I mean, what appears to be, there's very easy to rush here. But I believe only tier 1 units can actually go through there, meaning Zerglings, Zealots. Oh my goodness, I cannot stand up. So I have to sit down. Zealots, Marines, I'm not even quite sure about that, but I know Lings, I'm not sure if it's only Lings that can go through that, but I believe for tier 1 units, that's what they can do. So I guess you could potentially, which pretty much means late game on this map is gonna mean really positioning on these ramps outside, with mech, which I think will be kind of interesting. I mean, I believe you could probably just set up tanks here for sure, but we'll see if we get even to that stage of the game here. I do not know what these players are going to do, but I'm excited. Also, you know a reason why I'm also excited about this as well? I'll tell you why. Because apparently, I had like 3 people, ask me about this matchup, and it was like ISU versus IWL, and I'm like, I've never heard of these clans before. And then I remember Insanity Without Limits, but I never heard of this first time casting Federation of Untouchables. Or International Federation of Untouchables. And apparently, I think we're going to be in a friggin' match. I think we are. Which means nothing better than late night Brood War casting, guys. I mean, we have 6 viewers. You guys hardcore of the hardcore. Alright, anyway, get back to this. We do have the factory up and operational, or is coming up right now. Let me get up our little overlay thing right here just so we can figure what their builds are. IWL, alright, cool. We got all this stuff going on right here. 15 pros, 15 SCVs. Not surprising. And we do have a gateway up now. We do have some cheese. So it looks like, yeah, well, can Zeld set through here? I'll be interested if they can. This will finally end by inability, but it looks like what we saw Timo do in week 8, as the previous cast had. But we'll see if it's gonna happen. I mean, do you remember, ladies and gents? It is TVP, so it is a fun matchup in general. I didn't really know what to follow that up with a little bit, at all. To be completely honest. Nothing new in the chat, so I'm not missing anything great. But yeah, we do have what it seems to be a 3-gate Zealot push. He does know of this. And I have to say, well, Marines can push through. Now, can a Zealot? Here we go. This will be the deciding factor. Zealot can fit through. Yes, I was right. Tier 1 units can go through there. but that's I can 2-gate goop pressure wouldn't really work on this map. And thus the reason why we saw Terran, uh-oh. We have a 2-fact coming in. Also, let me know, I want to tell you guys something else also. You know, last night I was casting, I was like, what does an FT push mean? And after being insulted by an admin about me not knowing it, I've also learned what a Freaka stream also is. Of how awesome I am about not knowing stuff in Brood War. But anyway, the point of the fact of the matter is FD means fake double, which means it's supposed to fake a double fact build. Then, oh my god, he may break through this Oblipo, and he does! Uh-oh, BO6P me! Uh-oh, this isn't good. This really isn't good. Well, there are Zealots in here. I mean, there are Vultures, which do a pretty good job against Zealots in general. It makes them look like they have no HP, but he can patrol micro all day, and I mean that will set back Terran a little bit. Was it worth it? I mean, he broke through the depot and he found this proxy 2-gate, which now means that these 2 gateways are not going to do anything. He didn't really actually need to lose any of these Vultures actually, but not the best control coming out of Cryok, but that's okay. We do have range, but that probably does mean he's gonna lose these 2 gates, if he lets Terran get map control. Now Goons, though, in general do a pretty good job against Zealots anyway, but we'll see. Uh-oh, those are gonna do a good amount of damage right there. Wow, not the best control coming out of BO6P right now, or I don't know what 6 means, like in like 3 means E, 4, like, I forget what 4 is, I've seen it once or twice, but in general, I don't know what 6 is, or it's a reference that I'm just not getting. But like I was saying though, these Vultures can patrol, I mean, they even play Spider-Man everywhere, so right when a Goon pops out or whatever, just gonna die like this Goon right now, watch it. Bye-bye, or almost dead. It's just too risky to build out of that, so it's actually pretty... Right now, I'd say he's only at to 1 gate right now. And he's getting up a Robo, nothing new. Both players are 1-basing right now. But it's more or less for, like, the reasoning is that we saw BO6P trying to defend against a potential Vulture run by. And number 2, Terran, I mean, you have to, like... Protoss would normally pressure you. I mean, it's somewhat silly not to pressure a Terran in general. You know, just make them feel a little off center. So I mean, what that normally means is some kind of 2-gate or a 3-gate like we saw. We see these Vultures Spider-Man are shooting off these guys right there. They'll just leave the unpowered gateways. They will provide some moderate, you know, mid-game, you know, vision. I mean, they can see pretty far. Keep in mind, they won't see the Spider-Mines that we can see, but yeah. And these Vultures, though, now keep in mind there is like 1 way out of the base, so that my Spider-Mine play is gonna be so effective. I mean, you don't even need as many Spider-Mines. Like Fighting Spear, there's multiple ways to enter your base. Here, there's like 1. Unless you're going mainly like tier 1 units. I mean, I guess if you're gonna go a map where you would go M&M against Protoss, this would probably be the map to do it on. Not saying I'd encourage it. I've seen it work, and I love it when players do it. But generally speaking, M&M is really bad, and it also means that Storm's gonna be really effective. I mean, place like 5 High Templar over this arc right here, over this ramp. What can M&M do? Storm will cover this thing and it'll just die, and put 2 Storms here, you're fine. So I mean, early game M&M would work, but then your like late game transit, your mid game transition will be really slow and bad. Has potentiality for Zealot drop in main base or just Zealot bombing in general. This is what a lot of Protesters are doing now. Just because of like the high take numbers that, you know, Terran likes to go. It's not a bad strategy to go. Gilly's having killed off. He's up to, let's see, 2 factories. Keep in mind, 2 factories with plus doesn't, it's just actually just taken from this number, so it's actually not. 2 factories plus is just factories with machine shop, but from the actual factory number, those are included. Right there. But still, no expansion coming from VO6B, which is surprising, and I don't know what he's trying to do, actually, because Terran off of another base in Protoss is never a good scenario where you want to be in TVP. And I mean, I get that he went for like he went for like a proxy 2-gate and it failed. I get that. I mean, where the Harvester should probably show that. I mean, 40 SCVs, and this is backwards, by the way. 40 SCVs for the Terran. We're at 28 probes. That's nearly a 12 harvester. Well, that is a 12 harvester difference, and that's a ton. That's a ton difference right there. Okay, there we go. Their next stage going down at that natural expansion. But I feel like though we need to see a timing push from VO6P, but not only is this map so hard to actually engage on as Protoss, because there's literally a ramp and that's it. Let's do elevator your way into the main base, which I just don't see that's going to happen with goons being so like huge in like you can like fit 2 in 1 shuttle. It just takes a while to do so. And I think we need to see a timing push to really come back in general, and being off an equal footing of bases against Terran is not going to work here. And sure, it may look like it's like doing a timing push right here, but not only does he not, okay, he is an off zone, but not only does he see it coming, he doesn't have an upgrade advantage. Like a timing push to me, you know, you have some upgrades finishing at a certain time, do some damage like +1. Like what I do against Protoss sometimes, and it works. You know, going like 4 barracks pressure. He's zealot bombing right here, but I'll talk about this later. Very nice. These tanks are very clumped up here, but 6-0 BP might be okay, but again, that ramp is absolutely terrible. And even with the shuttle drop, it was not good enough, and I don't know why he just let them stay there, and, well, yeah, that's probably what this has to be. I mean, he had nothing left. Doing a G-base timing, which really wasn't a G-base timing. VO6P, really didn't show really a depth skill in that game, in my opinion. Again, I'm not gonna say he's bad, but that game could have gone a lot better in Protoss' favor. I mean, at 2-gate, of course, you're down at 12 harvesters. What do? I think you could have done 1 or 2 things against Protoss in that scenario. Either A, do a timing push all in with like +1. DTs could have been an option. Like, do some kind of really risky build, because you need to do something risky. Either both my options are risky. Either A, double or triple expand, and just hope that your opponent doesn't rush. Or number 2, go for a timing push and hopefully you can win. Or get, you know, even I was wondering if zealots could have worked. You know, attack for both sides, because you could get, or at least tier 1 units through that hole. But again, this map's so hard to actually engage on. But just Terran favorite for that reason. But anyway, going to our next game. We'll be on Python. Now I want to look for something real quick. Just give me 30 seconds. I'm hell-bent on finding the soundtrack. Here we go. Bam, check it. We got some StarCraft 2 on there. It's just soundtrack in general. It's the Terran soundtrack. It's okay. It's all good. It's nice. It's cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. But anyway, because it is my stream, or pretty much I pretty much run the stream in general, so I get dibs at what music we listen to. And also, let me just check out the chat if anything's happening on this chat. Probably not in general. Nope, nothing. All right. Alright, going on. Game number 2, starting now. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in game. Let's go. Spawning at the top, spawning at our, say, 12 o'clock position will be the light blue Protoss. Insanity Without Limits, VO6B, who did not really show any kind of really great skill last game. And then spawning at that 7 o'clock position, or 8 o'clock, excuse me, will be the Yellow Terran, International Federation of Untouchables, Cryok, who didn't really show, like, a death skill either way, but either or, he had a pretty good game in general. In my opinion. I love this. StarCraft 2 soundtrack actually has a different audio level than what Brood War has, so you don't have to, there's like 5 audio clicks, like 5 bars, and I've put 1 for StarCraft 2 soundtrack and 2 for Brood War soundtrack. But it looks like, I honestly think though that we're gonna see Bo6P really go for some kind of macro style. He kind of cheesed his way in the last game. He's on a better map now. If he's gonna come back, this is gonna be the map to do it on. And that's my analysis. Bam. Bam. Alright, so I'll just get their builds in order. If I don't go over something, if I don't see something, I'll see what's happening over there. Alright, so we have a gas deal from Bo6P. Not bad. But this tends to lead to, in my opinion, more of like a cheesy follow-up. Because you have to ask yourself as a Protoss player, okay, what are my builds now that I'm restricted the Terran to really has delayed gas? I mean, what is the major issue? Probably like a 3-gate, 2-gate good pressure to follow it up with. But I mean, he doesn't want any part of this. He's, taking like around, I think 5 is probably the best option right here to take off that simulator though. But he does see that, so he's losing mining time, but he still had an SCV though, because you have to keep in mind that, well, it's 12 pros to 14 SCVs. Let's just put it that way. But he's losing mining time, so that SCV count maybe or not may have been reacted. Well, that's a really quick refinery coming up as well. We do see Cryok getting a nice scout. We do have a 2-gate again, which definitely delays the factory. But as a Terran, I feel like if you play enough games, I mean, of course, if you don't know, this may not be standard, but what I'm thinking, what the follow-up would be is probably 2-gate again. But it looks like Bo6P's got to go for a 2-gate again. I don't like this. Cryok knows it's probably coming. All he has to do is put a bunker at the top of his ramp, and that's probably negated. Maybe like a bunker and a depot, and he should be fine. Cause you remember, like 4 Marines really do a lot, but this could also lighten it up for Cryok defending off this 2-gate pressure. Well, it can follow up with a variation of an FD push. He's not trying to fake a double factory. He could go double factory, follow up, probably just win in general. But anyway, I mean, Cryok knows that was coming. I mean, he also got a nice scout off. You can't really deny the scout. And that gas steal, in my opinion, really did nothing. I mean, sure. I mean, it made more Marines than he maybe wanted. That FD push is not going to be coming as fast as possible. But it just takes so long to get your Cyber Core up. I mean, I have not seen a Cyber Core up yet. And the problem though is, Bo6 is actually vulnerable to a counter push now. And I don't know, it's gotta be tough. Alright, we do have this Bo6 is gonna be going again, but what's this gonna accomplish? But, now the Zeld numbers are getting a little higher. So, definitely you can probably try to tear down this. There's a lot of DPS, remember. Ryan's doing tough damage, but remember though, whether by going back, they do not attack. It looks like he might be able to break through this and maybe cause a little bit of an issue here, but he will have a Vulture out soon. And it's going to be really hard to micro gets 3 Zealots, but they're really, really weakened. And yeah, he should be able to micro get this very fine. Nice micro in general though. But now he can kite for sure. That one Zealot's just chilling right there. And yeah, like I was predicting, 2 facts could come up, and let's see exactly what he's going to be doing right now. That still has 5 HP. So all he has to do is patrol micro, and he'll be fine, yep. look at this though. I mean, 5 minutes, like the 5 minutes by the first goon, and he has yet to even, like, he just started range. Pt.1 man is not playing that well. Insanity Without Limits really needs to hold themselves together right now. He's getting Spider-Mine, so yeah, he's gonna be going for a 2-fact pressure right here. And the thing is, Pt.1 is not gonna have the goon count to really, I don't think, to really deal with this, in my opinion. Is that Vulture actually gonna be alive? Wow. Actually, that was crazy stuff. But anyway, yeah, I should be able to eventually clean that up. But anyway, we do have Spider-Man tech up. About to finish. Still no tanks though. Looks like just vultures, which, I mean, it's somewhat. I mean, the Pt.1 you know, is somehow stabilized. In this regards, but I mean, again, 25 SCVs and 15 probes. I mean, that's very good saturation on the main base. Maybe, I mean, probably not. It's probably above optimized now, but it's still not terrible. And that's so many Spider-Mines in his base. He can't actually produce. He's getting siege tech up, or siege tanks now. Did he lose his barracks? Oh my goodness, he lost his barracks. He has to recreate. Yeah, he has to recreate another one. But yeah, I just, if Pt.1 wins this, I'll be amazed. But the problem though, losing a barracks is actually really killer because now he can't really push out yet, and again, this would look very different if he actually built Marines and actually pushed out with a bigger force. And actually had a 2-factory push, but this 2-factory push timing is way beyond his time now. I wouldn't be surprised for a CC to come up right about now. He needs to take an expansion. Things have moderately stabilized to beat a 2-gate into a 2-fact. That didn't work. You have eBay as well, probably for potentiality of DTs. Pt.1, I mean, he has Robo, but he hasn't gotten Citadel up yet, which is really delayed in my opinion, but what have you. Greg's gonna lift off again, purely for scouting purposes. You know, you want to be a little careful, because, you know, when your barracks takes like maybe, what, 60 seconds to build, and he's pushing off that attack, so he's gonna be able to expand. And build a missile turret just in case for any kind of crazy shenanigans of PTs. No Citadel up yet. Probably soon though. He's high in the gas. He needs to invest it somehow. It's moderately transitioned, but now Krayak's gonna have a little bit of an interesting time. Being Terran on Python is an interesting feat, because where do you go from here? You know, it's not really a super easy map to take a third on. And intensely for a little bit more interesting games, or different games rather. It lends to different games because look at the map for Python. When do you take an expansion here? I mean, you can take probably this is probably your most viable option, but again, it's far off. You can't, and you have to something to separate your tanks from that, and it's very drop prone. I mean, you can't put missile turrets everywhere. You can just drop right here. You can try putting missile turrets here, but what kind of dumbass is gonna put out? Is gonna drop right here? You don't. And the smart player's gonna do that. Even I knew that when I was playing, man. But you also have to get a drop ship in, bring over an SCV, because what this allows, you can actually, you can put an SCV in this space, but the problem is, because of like the distance between minerals, you can't put it in there. There's like a small little edge of red to put it in. And Terran can also expand up here, but again, this can expand to his opponent here. It's gotta be, Terran really has no third base with gas, really viable option. You can probably take this expand, but you know, again, these natural expansions are pretty hard to somewhat moderately defend. There's big chokes. So it'll be interesting if this goes into a macro game, when it appears to be like what it is. But if he haven't set it up, I swear to God, if he doesn't have his... Wow. It's 10 minutes a game, and he's yet to actually get Citadel up. What does Bo6B actually see? See spider mines, 15 goons, 3 zealots, still no cybercore. Oh, I know. I'll leave when they're going. I know. What are you doing up anyway? Something apparently doesn't matter, but I don't know why my dad's up at 11:30, but okay. Going in, this is not gonna be smart. Apparently has obs over there, but anyway, getting back to full screen mission. We do have armory up, the 3 facts, 4 facts, 5 facts up. Wow, he's really going bare minimum. Vulture and tank. He's SCV Vulture and tank. 25 probes to 42. I'm gonna give the lead down to I'm gonna think Clark's gonna win this. As long as Bo6B is off the same base count, I feel like he's gonna lose. Sorry. Trying to see if we're getting Cook. But anyway, getting back to this other important game, which is actually probably more important than trying to find a co-caster at 11:30 at night. But anyway, getting back to a fact, I still don't think it's Citadel. He's just getting up leg speed at 12 minutes of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not standard timing. Put it to you that way. And I was getting a nice glance at his base right here. I mean, other than the fact that it's so important, not really, but how many factories is he up to? He's up to 5 factories, 2 with machine chops on them. So, and what's our armory tab looking like? 18 goons, 6 zealots, 1 shuttle, compared to 15 vultures, 13 tanks. I mean, charge is still not done yet. Man, I don't know, man. And he has no armor check. I mean, also you have to keep this in mind. Standard time for armor check is either 9 minutes and 30 seconds or 12 minutes. But he doesn't even get Templar Archives or Stargate, and he's off a 2 base, and he hasn't even gotten his 2nd gas yet. Bo6P is giving me the indication that he's a very, very low league player. I'm not gonna say that's like terrible, but in general, it's not a good thing. Now, why did my music stop all of a sudden? Okay, alright, well, apparently we got StarCraft 2 music again. Alright, cool. But apparently it wasn't on loop, so it just stopped music. Alright, anyway. I'm just having high hopes right now for Bo6B. He needs to have the most single-handedly the most cost-effective engagement as Protoss. And he's gonna be running into a siege line of spider mines, and I'm not liking this right now. Neither player has an upgrade advantage, but I mean, you guys should look at the screen right now. Yep, that didn't do anything. Look at the amount of tanks here. Let's just look at the armor tab again. We have 19 vultures, 13 tanks versus 16 goons. They don't even need to siege up. I mean, he's getting good tank kills, but there's too many tanks. 51 supply to 120, and he's up to how many gates? He's up to, let's see here, 5 gates compared to 6 factories. Again, this is never where you want to be as Terran or Protoss at all. It's not where you want to be as Protoss. This is how not to play Protoss. Sorry for being so mean on the guy, but I'll hopefully be able to give him some tips. Alright, there's the GT by B06B. At least he didn't reach this game. Well played, well played. Again, I mean, probably a lot more one-sided than it needed to be. But that means, if I write down these names on a piece of paper, because that's how I keep track of scores. Alright, let me go to me real quick. International Untouchables, let's just kill that. Versus IWL. Well, IFU1, or International Federation of Untouchables, won game 1, or series 1. Bam, look at it. Damn it, where is it? Not focusing, but get the idea. It's a really long name. It's International Federation of Untouchables. So that means our next series will be between Eon Zerg, sounds familiar, versus Funny. Alright, this should be fun. Blue Star again. Done. Alright, let's do this. Bam, shake it. Replay starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in game. Let's do this, guys. Okay, spawning at the top right as our purple Protoss, it will be Insanity Without Limits Funny here, and his opponent will be the red Zerg. So it'll be Protoss versus Zerg. Apparently Zerg will have the favorite on this map, according to some sources that I know, and it will be International Federation of Untouchables, Eons. I feel like this guy's really high ranking though too, so I'm hoping this is gonna be a really good game. I could be very wrong about that. But apparently, I mean, this guy gave me a lot of hype for it, so I'm hoping that's gonna be good, but or that he just wanted his game casted in. We're just getting to it now. Because it was week 9, I mean, let's be real here, it's gonna take a while for me to get this far. But dude, I got this far. I've cast the entirety of Clan League now. Except I probably have like more sets to go because I have semifinals and finals to go through. Huh. And Funny. Funny will be purple. And you guys cannot hear that. That should make it a little bit easier to hear Brood War music. Okay, so what are we seeing from both players here? Trying to look back at the Zerg, what he opened with. Well, it's going Speedling. Speedling opening, not the most terrible opening in general, but not the most economic either. Part of the map, the reason for this is because of this exploitation of this ramp. It really helps out Zergs to be aggressive. It looks like a Forge FE will be the choice. You don't get contained either, so I mean, like, you have to expand probably on this map. So Protoss is gonna have a little bit difficult, more of a time, and I can see why it's gonna be a little bit more favored towards Zerg anyway. But we'll see how it's gonna go down, of course. Again, Zerg and Funny. And let's get to their build orders. 9 drones versus 13 probes. He has up to 100 gas. It's just probably waiting to get that far. Speed is getting up, and right at the same time, 6 lings will be making their way over. He has a double cannon up. Problem though is the rush distance between this and this is astronomically short. Those cannons may not even finish in time, actually. Like, look at that. He's like at his base. 3, 2, 1. Okay, or they're opting to go the other way. He could have just ran through there, but I mean, either way, he's gonna be in range of cannons anyway, so I'm not really sure if he's gonna do much. Or what he might be doing is he may be waiting for speed, which, of course, is gonna be really benefit. He may send an A-Ling in there just to see what's going on. But Protoss, though, I mean, I don't know what they can really do at this point. Well, he has a cannon in his main base just for the potentiality of this. I think he knows this is probably gonna more than likely to happen by Eon Zerg. In general, so we'll see. yeah, he's going like really cannon heavy, and I mean, what can he do? I mean, he can try to make zealots, but there's gonna be too many links. It's 9 pooling, and this is a fairly safe map to do it on. Oddly enough, to really call it 9 pool safe. I mean, he's still. I mean, economically wise, it's not really that sound. I mean, he's only up to 8 drones. But here we go. He gets in the base though, but he didn't. More importantly, though, he didn't take out the cannons though, so more additional links will probably die. There's already cannon in the main base though. But there's a good amount of links in the base now. There are probably at least a dozen links. No, 7 links are on the field right there. 7 of which are in the base. But that cannon is exposed though. They will target fire it down. Funny is in a lot of trouble if that cannon goes down, and it did go down. But the benefit though is he does have more cannons up, and it looks like that's going to be a pretty tight wall too. These links will cause a nuisance on the ends of these middle patches, but he should have more than enough time to get that last cannon up. We'll be target firing down that pylon though, which probably could fall, but we do see an expansion coming up right here. Eon Zerg feels pretty confident in his ability right now. Just want to be a little bit careful. Like I say, but I think his like lead right now is astronomical. I mean, we're just seeing like the first gateway come up right now. It's so delayed. Like for like standard timings, like compared to like fighting spear and stuff, like this is not a normal game. But it's kind of how you have to play on this map. And neither player chose this map. You know, this map was chosen by randomly selected map generator, I think, for like the starting map. H1v1 series can be played on this, so I mean, benefit of the doubt, Zerg's probably gonna win. Just because what's Blue Storm. That one link though, man, causing a lot of ruckus. But not only that though, it's just getting scouting information, which is so viable. It's so helpful. Now, we'll see what tech's gonna happen. I mean, Eon Zerg may drone up. I mean, it's up to 16 now, 17 now. He's been droning up pretty hard. Which is what you have to do to follow up though. But we may see a Black Dragon Flash style is what I call it. Which just pretty much means a very, very high drone, very high drone count. And if you just rely on Sunkens up to the point where you just get up like 70 Hydra, because you can supply so many hatcheries worth. But the difference though between that build only works when a Protoss is being a little bit passive. But even still though, I mean, like sending like one Zealot, I mean, sure, he killed off a Ling, and that was the only purpose he did. He scouted for a natural, cool, but really didn't really else get anything else. So that really didn't really show much more. We're up to 3 gates now, which in gate +1, it seems that he may transition to Stargate. No, well, he's up to 4 gates now. He may just completely disregard the Stargate in general, because it's probably gonna be too many Hydras out on the field. But we'll see. That Zealot against in the base right there. But yeah, he's starting to really catch up with drones now. He may start getting Hydras now. He's supply block too, and he's getting Hydra speed. Yeah, I think we're gonna be transitioning into Hydra in general. Now, if you call that a Hydra bust or not, or say whatever you want to say it. LM Master, who I'm quoting, I quote a lot of people on this, so LM Master is telling me like a Hydra bust is generally called everything that's Hydra. So I don't know. But the other thing though is what I like the idea of what Funny's doing right now. But the problem though I see with this though, it's just getting shut down every time. Like, he sent like one Zealot. He's walled this area off. Attack the 3rd base. I mean, these Zealots are just dying. Really not so much of a purpose. There's 9 Hydras out, which is really gonna melt those Zealots with no problem. +1's not as much 2/3 the way done right here. And getting up Storm, this is a fairly early Storm timing, especially regarding how the opening went. But very well played by Funny though, I have to say though, in the early game. A lot of players just struggle, a lot of people just die to a 9 pool in general, and he held off. I mean, he's still not in the optimal position he wants to be in, but again though, what this map also somewhat benefits Protoss in that in regards to a Hydra bust. Think of it this way: Hydra, I don't believe can fit through there. This little point right here, and this pretty much 2 storms will pretty much kill off that. I mean, well, granted there is a high ground, but storm will just affect everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I getting the layer on probably a base that's potentiality to get sniped off anyway, but I'm not really gonna get too nitpicky about that. That's his decision, and what have you. Probably follow up with Spire eventually. DTs are on the way, but they're already over the position. And unlike this map, though, I mean that third base is really close to the third. And of how awkward this map is, I feel like it encourages 3-base play, so I feel like we might be into a macro game. That's a lot of zealots, though. For this map, it's actually not a bad reason to go this, because they can just attack right into this choke point right here. Alright, here we go. It's going to be like a one-on-one thing, though, but if he gets his Hydras in advance, and... Alright, he can't go through there. Eon's too good. He's just got to bring over his Hydra right there. Very well placed right there. It looks like he's going to be taking the space up here to that 12 o'clock position. Now what's the way to get up there? You can elevate your way up there, or you could... Okay, actually this is a pretty safe base to take. Yeah, this is actually a very safe base. There's really only one way you can draw. But Hydras are really going to have a different time to really get in there. Hydras are generally good against cannons anyway, but... If these Zealots get out of position, though, remember there are no Meatless out on the field yet. Nice storm dodging, and I don't think he has enough for another one right now. Oh man! Ow! Nice storm going down. Ow! Not nice storm dodging right there, and it appears that Eon's will have to be on the retreat here. Tends to be how Hydras work. He didn't get up his spot. He didn't get up his Meatless in time for that. If he just waited, he could have had maybe, I don't even know how many Hydras he had out at that time. But definitely speaking, though, that engagement would have gone much different if, for A, he waited for the 9 Meatless about to pop. 9 Meatless. Let's see if I was right on the money right there. No, 7. Excuse me. Yeah. But anyway, he waited for that, but now his Hydra's count's really low, and that's gonna transition to like a weak mid-game for Zerg, in my opinion. Because what we're gonna be seeing here is Meatless. Yeah, sure. I mean, we get that Zealot for sure, but oh, that Storm though still hit pretty well on that fucking Meatless right there. Ow, that was kind of hurt on the... Oh, he's catching so many pros out of position here. And not really that great. But that should tell them that there is a third base up there. There's a lot of cannons, by the way. It's a lot. And there's a lot of Zealots. That's 22 Zealots. He's starting to get Dragoons out. He's back up to 13 Hydralisks. That number really should be higher, in my opinion, for this late game. Because imagine, again, that engagement being a lot different. It's like, but I mean, again, like you can't always have like super cost-effective things, but that definitely set back Eon's in such a way that, of course, they can remax or resupply their armies moderately quickly. But he's just gonna kill off this base. There's really nothing to defend it. Zealots may go for a counter push here. Might be better off just going the natural, just try to force base trade. His Hydras have no upgrades though. Keep in mind. These Zealots should be able to clean these up, I think. Especially with +2 or +2 about to finish. The Nexus will survive though. They will be sending a lot of extra reinforcing Hydras again, losing a lot of them. His Meatless numbers are done. Did he run? Oh, all his Meatless died. Okay, Eon Zerg though, man, he had a really strong early game, but this mid game, again, is not really proven to be really that effective. I mean, trying to kill off this third base, which would have been huge, but he didn't, and the fact of the matter is that he's going to be able to mine from that, once he starts transferring his probes over. He's 45, so he doesn't need 45 probes off of 2 base. But that's another lot of Hydras, so 26 of them, but still without any upgrades. Generally speaking, I think Hydra's just beat goons anyway, and he's just gonna let them die. Sounds is going for the rear. He doesn't have enough for 2 storms, I believe. If he needs them, I don't think he even needs to bother with that. He will lose all the rest of his Dragoons, but again, he's just training his Hydralisks, and I mean, it's not like a terrible position to be in, but I don't know. I'm not digging what Eon Zerg's doing right now. I mean, the reason why I'm saying that right now is Protoss. Well, I guess they both traded armies. I mean, it's 101 supply to 77. But I mean, again, that Zerg, it's down by 30 supply. He lost all of his Beetalisks. He lost 8 Beetalisks to cannons, I believe. And not only that, he also lost like 2 full engagements, and their Protoss army still survives, and he doesn't have enough Beetalisks to really snipe. While he's reproducing. Now those could have been Hydras. Larvae that could have been Hydras. Minerals that could have been that, and he's macroing efficiently, and he's still off of 4th base. But here we go. But again, another storm going down. 2 storms are going down. A lot of damage has been done right here. It's taking a lot of fire on those Beetalisks right there. If a Dragoon comes, if he is like about a handful, maybe 4 or 5, that High Templar being sniped though. If he has about 4 goons, he should be able to kill off the rest of those Beetalisks right here. There is a couple cells in position, and there are 4 cannons, so I think you should be able to hold here. And Eon Zerg though, yeah, he's just falling apart this game. And surprisingly, you know, Blue Storm, or what was that map called? Blue Storm, I think. It's really Zerg favored, and you can just tell why from that early beginning. I mean, Protoss really needs to like map out their way they hold that off, to really be effective in that regard. But anyway, it was Blue Storm version 1.2. Long as this next map, this map is huge. Can go either way for CBP. Game's gonna count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in game. Let's do this, guys. Spawning in the top left as the Blue Zerg, it will be International Federation of Untouchables, Eon Zerg, who had a very strong opening, but really didn't really prove to really have any kind of late game potentiality, skill, put it that way. Let's see, he just didn't provide well. And spawning at that 2 o'clock position, or 3 o'clock rather, that 2 o'clock position will be the white Protoss funny. Or, sorry, Insanity Without Limits funny. You had an unbelievable hold off of the last game, in my opinion. I could not do that, and I don't know. Now, this map though, let me just talk about Longinus is the map, very big map, and there's a tri-spawn location. You can also spawn down here at 7 o'clock. But anyway, more importantly, there aren't as many expands on this map, but it's freaking huge, man. Let's go either way, because, I mean, it's not like the bases are so far away from each other. I mean, it's not, like, super difficult, but it's a pretty ginormous map, in my opinion, because it's called Longinus for a reason. But, you know, you can hold out proxies, which potentially is what he might be doing, what Funny's doing, or very early scout, just to figure out what's going on. But not only that, though, 9 pool again, or 10 pool, but it allows for, if it takes a far off expansion, it makes it really easy for Zerg to, Protoss really snipe those off with that Zealot pressure, and I don't know, it's going to come down to that. Again, it has to come down to the third engagement, because that engagement, I mean, had the right concept, had like the right unit comps in general, but he got Templar snipes, but not when they weren't important. Sure, Templar sniping, you know, when there is an engagement is fine. You know, you're stopping any more potential energy for potential storms that you don't snipe off for future engagements. That's fine. But what happened last game was Eon Zerg, you know, lost 2 major engagements, lost 8 Beetalisks to what I believe was cannons, and it really showed, again, no really adept skill to the mid stages. Again, that's my solo opinion. Feel free to disagree with me. And I'm not dissing Eon Zerg again. I'm just, well, it appears that I am, but more specifically, I'm just targeting that game, not him as a player in general, just that game, because a lot of pro players also don't really show really good skill right here. But okay, it just seemed like more like an econ style 10 pool. Because the 10 pool is econ, I guess. Well, following up with a 12 hatch or a 16 hatch. Not a very standard opening, or it hasn't been. I mean, I haven't really seen it for Zergs that often, but. Alright, anyway, we have 10 drones to do 14 probes. We have a gateway up. We have 2 cannons up, or cannon, excuse me. I still don't get this though. You know, the economics tab shows photon cannons, but it doesn't show tech buildings, and you have all this extra room down here. I just don't get it, but maybe someone could edit this plugin for me. It'd be fantastic. Alright, you do have Eon Zerg getting gas now and taking a 3rd hatchery, so it appears to be a 3 hatch play. Nothing cheesy like 2 hatch speedless. Uh-oh. He's lost 1 probe so far. May lose the 2nd one. The 4 lings are in the base, remember. 2 more lings are going to be outside the base, I believe. That Zealot should be able to survive. If he didn't end up having stakes, and he did, so he'll lose. 2 birds have died from this. Ooh, man, that's not good. I'll try to keep an eye if any more of those probes do continue to die, but layers coming up right now. We do have. So like now they're really going cheesy on this map, which. I mean, Longinus is not really a popular map. I mean, I don't really know about balance issues on this map. I mean, a lot of Brewer maps, according to Wikipedia, are fairly balanced. I mean, sometimes it's like 45% to one race, but that's like a 5%, so it's not like completely one side. But getting to the point, I think I've only seen, well, I've seen Protoss versus Protoss, and well, this is my 3rd actual game on this map. In general, I've seen Protoss is like 2-gate on this map, because it's so big it's hard to just find out where it is, but again, that's solely up to the viewer to decide, and not really me, and also for the player to decide more specifically. I don't play on this map. I hang on Andromeda a lot. It's a great map, but we do have a couple of Zealots out on the field right now, 3 specifically, and I believe he's getting +1, and he has, what, Stargate coming up? No, well, he's just getting up a Cybercore. That's a very delayed Cybercore, I want to let you know. I don't entirely know, actually, why the reason. Well, he lost a couple, I mean, he lost like maybe 3 or 4 probes, which, I mean, of course, sets you back, but that build tends to lead to, economic build anyway, so you continue to produce probes. I mean, I've never really seen cutting probes in this build order. The build order pretty much is Forge, Fast, Expand, Gateway, Double Cannon, into +1, into Stargate, into getting Corsair, and then getting Storm, and then transitioning to a Gateway-centric armies. That build, that's the opening, and then the general Protoss build for Protoss versus Zerg is a lot of Gateways. We have a huge run by, this actually might be game-changing. His 2 Gateways are not done. And he's killing off a lot of probes. Again, let's look at that tab again. Killing off that pylon before, if he gets a Zealot out, it looks like it will come out. No! It did come out. Zealot's in a good position, but there might just be too many lings. And that's really unfortunate. And he's gonna follow this up with more speedlings. He's not gonna give up now. He's up to 3 bases right here. He's producing a lot of lings here. He's found this timing. He's gonna go for it, and I say go for it. More lings are making their way in the base right here. This is the timing that really Zergs would love to have against Protoss. And lings can just get in the base, have catastrophic damage happen. Makes it really annoying for Funny, but will Funny be able to do an amazing hold like he did last game? I think it's gonna be hard, but that is a lot of probes. It is still 25 to 16 drones. 24 probes now, 23. Again, just watch that probe count go down. 22, 21. I'll announce it every time a probe dies. There's so many lings on the map right now. 22 lings. That's a lot of lings. And he's killing off these pylons, which means he can't reinforce. So he's running away from these zealots, so they don't kind of stack up with each other. But Lings proved to be really effective against Zealots, when they're just kind of by themselves here. 20 probes. Wow, some BM cheeser noob. Okay. You easy. And macro. Well, I mean, Funny did have a pretty good admin in his position right there, but he did lose the cheese, which is a viable strategy in Brood War, because it happens. It's not against the rules to go 9 pool. You know, it's in-game. I'm sorry, Funny was actually silver, but still same point of view. Alright, so it actually will go into an ace match. So the series actually has been pretty good. I mean, first series was a little one-sided, but this series actually isn't bad. But that run by, though, again, proving so effective. Next map's going to be on Sniper's Ridge. I've heard counter arguments to this map for this matchup. Protoss can get goons on the high ground, but more specifically, lurkers on the high ground. But anyway, I'll talk about this in a minute. Spawning in the bottom left as the blue Protoss, it will be Insanity Without Limits Funny, who had a Ling run by and is kind of mad about it. We have a GLHF from Eon Zerg as the teal Zerg spawning in the bottom right on Sniper's Ridge. Okay, you'll change up the colors. Oh, he's from the International Federation of Untouchables. Eon Zerg. Now, the thing is I don't really get about this, though. I feel like a lot of these top players are part of, like, multi-clan clans, and I'm just, I cannot put my finger around it. You know, that's a wrong color, I feel like. It's like a light blue. We want, like, a teal. That's better. No, I'm still not feeling that color right now. Yeah, I'm feeling that color. That's the really much better. Okay. And he'll be blue. Alright, that's an easy color. I know exactly where that is. I think like a light blue so you can actually kind of differentiate the colors. Alright, but anyway, let's get our little thingamajig up and running here. Alright. I mean, again, okay, talking about this map, Sniper's Ridge has these ridges called for this, with the ridge part of, also with Heartbreak Ridge as being in the name here. You can put lurkers on the high ground, which makes it really annoying for goons to really be effective because they do have a 25 or 50% hit, miss rate. Again, feel free to clarify the percentage in chat. And we have nothing new in chat anyway, so. But anyway, if you, I don't know exactly, but the same thing can be held for lurkers against goons because, or, well, lurkers count as melee units anyway, I believe. But getting to the point here, and people on the high ground have an advantage, and there's this ridge on there which really connects the third base, because you can drop, but you in order to take that third base, you have to go up here, down here. Zerg is probably gonna take a base up here, maybe even up here to make it a little bit more risky, but or he's actually get a drone scout, which is a little interesting, but still in general, not bad. So what do we see here? I think we saw Hatch before Pool, very economic opening, probably one of the more standard builds to go. But we saw the 10 pool work against Funny last game. Or whatever his other ideas. I wish people would just have one consistent ID, and then that's what you play with. Stuff like that. Alright, so you see what he's seeing. I mean, regular standard Sabricore opening. We do not see a Forge Fast expand, though. This is kind of more of a Terran timing against Protoss. So, I guess he's gonna cut. It appears he's gonna go cheese. I mean, he's going one base some style. I mean, again, he can follow this up with like 2 more gates. He's teching to something. I mean, I don't exactly know why he puts down another gateway. He's probably gonna go for like a goon pressure, which I don't understand why you do think it's a Zerg, because Lings are come out now. But getting past the point, well, he is a Zealot there. Alright, what's he gonna follow us up with? Well, Stargate, okay. So it's kind of like the same thing, but he's just not going as an Econ. He's getting that Corsair that much quicker. But you have to, well, I guess in considerations, you just snipe off one base for each playstyle, because that third base. So you're gonna see we're gonna see two base Hydralisks. do I agree with this? I mean, the last time I saw it, you know, the only reason I've only seen like a 2-hatch Hydralist win a game, and I've only seen it once, and it was very like circumstantial, and I'm trying to remember what happened, but I don't know. But I'm liking this though because he's getting Citadel up as well. It's kind of like what a PvP build is. You get that 3-gate Zealot top +1, or 3-gate Zealot with speed. You can get +1 with it. You would have to restart the match to really make it effective. But if he doesn't lose these Zealots to willy-nilly and only killing up one drone with one Zealot. I mean, if you guess we can go all the way back to Diablo Terran, saying if like a Vulture kills off 1 drone or 2 probes in that matchup, it's cost effective. Or 1 probe and it just isn't rebuilt for 15 or like 30 seconds or whatever, it's cost effective. So the lack of mining time. But well, Templar Archive, so I guess he's just gonna go for Quick Storm. I mean, I guess it really depends. I mean, it depends on how many Hydrals he gets out. I think in this position, speed lots could work because you don't have a ton of Hydrals out. Because you can still afford like 3-gate Zealot, and I think you can still afford Corsair. Well, I thought he had Stargate coming up. Well, he's getting speed lot, so he's going 3-gate speed lot. I guess that's gonna be the option here, but he doesn't have a forge, which. And the problem though is he's actually at this like position here where there's actually not enough surface area for the cells to really get in. Very nice control by Eon Zerg right now. Back at home, well, what's the Hydralist count? He's only up to, he's 10 Hydralists, and this is only 4 of them. Funny's not looking good. These Zealots really need to be out in the open, and he doesn't have enough Zealots right now. He has DTs coming out though. And Overlord is not going to be anywhere in sight though, so that should be able to push us back, which should maybe make it more of a standard game. I don't exactly know that Overlord's definitely not going to be there. Well, actually, Overlord just in time, and there's nothing to shoot up in the air. So these DTs actually may not serve the purpose that they actually needed to. I didn't see this here, but if he's able to push this out, if he just attacks, this thing I'm not liking by Funny right now. He can't go in there and then just think, well, he needs to commit. That's what he needs to do. Problem though is his positioning really hasn't been that great, and this 2 HP Hydralist has worked. And he's free to take an expand if he likes. Or put down the macro hatch, which I think we're doing right now. Okay, yeah, this is the thing. Funny can't. This is the 3rd time he's done it. He can't just go in there and be like, oh well, there's not gonna be any more Hydralists there. So if you're gonna do that, send 1 Zealot in there and then see poke. But all right, just go for it this time. Although he's taking so much damage in general, it's okay. He's going back in. He just loses 2 Zealots and pokes out. I'm not liking this play right now. Now not great play by Lucky this game. I mean, sorry, Funny. Ian's looking a little confident right there. Why do you go in and then out? Why? I don't understand. Why do you do this to yourself? Why? Well, it looks like that Eon Zerg kind of fucked up his build, and it looks like he's gonna be okay. It looks like, well, that's a lot more Hydralists actually than I thought. And that's the only 1 Zealot he has. He has 4 gates. He's not utilizing the 4th gate right now. He's killing out probes. 21 probes to 4 Zealots right here. That's huge. And he doesn't have +1, and these Hydralists, yeah, I mean, he has a macro hatch, so he's gonna even be able to reinforce this much more. Nice haul, or tried a nice attempt to get from Funny, but ultimately not being that effective. Ow, 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 ow! It appears that this will be GG. Pulling probes now is never an ideal situation. Just rage quits. Apparently. Well, Federation International Federation of Untouchables has won series number 2, which means they are up 2-0. IWL man is not looking too strong right now. surprisingly, I thought this was actually a little bit more evenly matched. I guess the Zerg's just known to cheese. I guess that's one thing I'll try to remember from this guy. But yeah, definitely this guy has gone not... Well, I mean, first map, that was 9 pool. You kind of... I mean, Zerg can do whatever the hell they want. That's probably the best way to just break down a Protoss. Didn't work. The second game, he got a Zergling run by. And I don't think it was just like cheese. I think it was just like a 10 pool opening, which is, I think, a little bit more economic, or a little bit greedier, maybe? I don't know, there's so many Zerg openings. But anyway, getting to the point. He was getting up the third macro match. He was getting ready for a standard Hydra army, mid-game army, but the problem was he just saw an opening. It's like, oh, well, I have 3 macro matches. I can just make a lot of lings and win. I don't think he actually I don't think cheese second game, third game. But I mean, again, but then Funny decided to go play 1-base style, which he could have done better if he got those zealots up, because I've seen that work. But you need to get those zealots like a plane. I mean, Zerg had a really good positioning. Let's just put it that way. All right, anyway, Must versus Pew Pew. Blue Storm as our first match. All right, he's gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in game. Let's do it. Alright, spawning in the top right as a yellow Protoss, it will be Insanity Without Limits Pew Pew, and his opponent will be International Federation of Untouchables, Must. So PvP on this, so we'll see how it's gonna go down. I think this map, I think we're either going to see a 2-gate by one player, or I think we're going to go see a potentiality for 2-base timing pressure and see whoever wins that engagement. That's my theory. I could be completely wrong, so do not quote me. Shit. Who are these players? International Federation. Must. And this is going to be Pew Pew. Very interesting name. I have no idea where people get their names from. It's always interesting to read those kind of forums. Like, where'd you get your username from? And blah, 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 blah. Fitz is just my last name. It's just my camp name. So, I used to be... Well, on Team Liquid, I'm known as Bwalma as my account name. That was my old clan. It was Brood War clan back in StarCraft 2. Just me and my friend. We just did it for fun because we were Brood War buddies and... blah 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 blah. And then I think I was Master Cosgrove, which used to be my old Xbox Live name. But I think I'm actually gonna be changing my name again shortly. But for Brood War, I'll always be known as Fitz. Kiseki is what I'm going for, which means miracle in Japanese. But I'm not doing that because I'm like a fanboy of Japanese stuff, but it's just my favorite song by Green. You guys don't know, if you ever like consistently stream on my on the stream, I play some Green music from here and there when we're having some technical difficulties or what have you. And I just love them so much. But anyway, Pew Pew is gonna be going for a 2-gate. I don't really know what Must is doing. I mean, it's enough to put down another gate Cybercore. I mean, he's spending 250 APM on something. He didn't Manor Pylon? Nope. What's he building? Oh, I guess he's doing 1-gate Nexus, okay. I mean, it's 2-gate. You're gonna pylon block this wall right now. That's a must. He scouted it. He needs to know that he needs to defend somehow. He's stalled for time. He needs to either, put the zealot in there. Actually, not a bad idea for Must. But Must, I was defending a second gateway. But again, we actually saw this exact circumstance that was on Talacross. But this map's a little bit more different. So he's gonna block that wall off, probably giving enough time for his second gateway, enough for his zealots to really do some damage and just stop this off. But will Pew Pew just go around the back? That's probably his best option, but yeah, that's what he's gonna be doing. And we're probably need to see a forge. Such always intrigued me though. Does this Nexus actually help you in the early game? Because you have to spend 400 minerals on it, then you have to get your delayed gateway, and then you normally follow that up with a forge and get cannons out. So does it actually make this more economic? Or even get a shield battery either way. Well, target fire, shield batteries don't really have much HP, FYI. Uh-oh. And also remember though, now there's no zealots here, so more zealots can actually just make their way in. And PP actually has 2 more. I just want to look at the number game right here. We have 7 zealots to 3 zealots. Pew Pew is getting a lot of zealots up together, and that shield battery is taking a lot of damage. He's trying to do his best ability to micro that shield battery down, but it's just being focus fire down. He has 5 of his own zealots, but he's been taking repeated hits, and these zealots really haven't taken that much at all, and they're getting recuperated regen. He only has 2 gates. The important thing to note that this Nexus has not been target fired down yet. It's a lot of zealots, just like one on one. It looks like Pew Pew will have the upper hand. For, well, more reinforcements will help though. That was gotta go in Pew Pew's favor. I was not wrong, but now he's just gotta target fire the Nexus, or not. He may just retreat. Yeah, that's probably the best move. May retreat, may continue on. Is he gonna continue to pressure? Well, he's getting goons, which that's a fast transition actually. It's a really good transition. I like that transition. Thing though is that this is all in at this point. In my opinion, there's really no way to really come out of this. I mean, if he tries to go for a gateway transition, I mean, a Nexus transition, which he might be doing, he'll have tech at least, and he already has range. I mean, that's cyber. He's just getting his gas now. He doesn't have a cyber core down, so be adding tech, but that's given when you're one basing. But you have a lot more units out. I think it's actually both in this case. But you're down in harvesters. You have double the production of harvesters. Well, it's what, 28 to 20 now, 9 zealots to 8 zealots. So he's actually, but he has 2 goons though. So that does play a big difference. And there you go. There's the forge going down. I mean, I always wonder if this build is more like effective PvP, because you have to invest so much. Is he up to 3 gates? No, he's still at 2 gates though, so he's gonna probably want to expand soon. Except, must actually put a Manor pylon right there, so he delayed it. I mean, yes, he did want to expand. That's actually the case right here. But Must is actually flinging a high in a lot of minerals right now. I don't know what he's trying to do right here. He has a shield battery. This is gonna be a really close engagement in my opinion, though. It looks like it will go into. Hard to say. Probes are being able to pull, so it looks like it's gonna go in PP's favor. And it looks like he needs to pull more probes if it's gonna work. Probes are generally good against goons, but they do die a lot of the time though. It only takes 2 shots to kill them off. Or 3, might. 3 or 4 actually. Never mind. Should have cannons, but again, they really don't do too much, and they do their full damage. 7 probes have been killed off. Yeah, that's gonna be game. Well, actually, and see, this must actually be doing a counter push, but there's actually cells in position here. Look at that, PBU doesn't even care. He's actually gonna put a Nexus further away, and much more Manor Nexus. But intentional or not, well, it looks like he stalled enough time, but now these cells are going their way back there. So, a lot of time for cannons, but I mean, cannons versus goons again are not an optimal position how you defend against goon pressure. Just not where you really want to be as Protoss, actually, in general. Yummy. Actually, is that even further away? Yeah, it's like this simply. Well, I guess I was wrong because I was too preemptively calling it a game, but I just not feeling this right now. 22 probes to 32. Must is again very high workout, even losing 7 of them, but I mean, he's just completely going off cannons right now, which is, I mean, let's go to the army for a second. 4 zealots compared to 10 dragoons. That can kite all day. These, uh-oh. well, if I kind of find a sweet spot on that Okay, so he's harassing a little bit, but now we have the next up. Yeah, Pew Pew's in a much advantageous position here. Very bizarre, actually, how he somehow made this game turn back. He's somewhat stabilized, yet Must has not. He's getting. Oh, wait. This is kind of huge right now. This game might be able to stabilize because we have archives coming up right now, which means DTs are going to come out, which means he doesn't have an obs out. And the benefit of this map, which is really awesome, you can just kind of do these like zealot waves of pressure. Not like they're gonna do too much because there's already goons and it's probably gonna have a couple cans already, but you can do pressure even if you're being quote unquote contained. Because it's a bitch to get dragoons out on this field because you have to go like all the way around the mini map and then bring it in. But he knows that he may just go. Well, he's gonna target fire the shield battery, like that's important, and he's gonna go back. Is he waiting for +1? Well, you know, what's the gateways counts again? That's gonna be important as well. That's not what I wanted. 3 gates to 4 gates. So actually, Bus has actually. Well, it's 4 gate to 4 gate now. Okay. Surprising though. Let's see. Surprisingly speaking, whoa, we're up to 6 gates. Whoa. Well, Must is gonna be macroing like a champ now. Harvester's probably gonna be a pretty interesting tab here. Way in the favor of Must, man. Pew Pew actually may not be in such a good position as I was thinking he was in. Really cutting off those probes right there, which is, you know, economics, of course. Which is actually a lot. Those extra probes are actually probably allowing him to actually allow these guys to cancel. Of course, you know, there's such a thing. It's called oversaturation in Brood War. I know like optimize is like 17, like 18. I think you can still fully. I think that's like maximize optimize, but it's like the most effective optimized for the amount of drones you have. Like it doesn't get like that much greater when you have like when you start adding like 20, 25 probes. It helps the mining time, but just by like a fraction. But nonetheless, gets you more minerals. But was I right, or was I right? 2 base timings, maybe? 2 base timings, or we're actually gonna see an expansion. Looks like an expansion. Yeah, definitely expansion. So, but he actually set up his goons out here, which means he's actually. Well, you actually have to cross over anyway, so. Which I think you do. Yeah, you definitely have to cross over to get there. But yeah, man. Let me just see if anything's happening in the chat, because no, nothing. Man, I want people in the chat, man. I want to talk to some people. But apparently not. Like normal. But we have solid 8 viewers, man. We have solid 8 to 10 viewers. I don't know which one, but. Alright, so go. I mean, it's somehow stabilized, but I swear to God, PP won this. Okay, but anyway, it's gonna be 38 probes to 56. This is like almost looking like Black Dragon. What Blade does. The Blade? Yeah, it must be Blade. But one of the Black Dragon players really like gets a super crap ton of probes, and then when they take their 3rd, 4th bases, they don't even need to produce them anymore because they're so far they can just cut them off. We do have a storm drop inbound though. We'll see if that's gonna go out. Yeah, looks like both players are gonna take the 3rd base though. Gets no 2 base timing pushes. Neither player's gotten upgrades yet. Well, his forge has been sniped off, just rebuilding it. I wouldn't be surprised for upgrades to start up. But anyway, getting to the army tabs. Let's see. 12 zealots, 5 goons, to 24. He's going mass goon. This next is gonna have to get canceled. That's a bitch. Or not. But he does have storm. Oh wait. Where's the storm? Alright, here comes the shuttle. But yeah, there's way too much stuff though. But this may be changing right here. He needs to get these High Templar in there. It's got that nice storm drop. Ow. Nice storm drop. That's really gonna really help. But the problem though is that's a lot of goons. 21 goons to 6 zealots. 10 probes killed with that storm drop. But at the same time though, I hope he got the cancel on that. It looks like he did. But he's off to 6 gates, remember. Maybe even 7. Yeah, 7 gates. 6 gates, 6 gates though, so they're actually dead even. So 6 gate. Well, I guess it's actually his timing. Just took a while to get it kick in. +1's about to finish, but I'm gonna go for the final blow, maybe. Well, he's gonna go with a moderate amount of zealots, but not with the storm or anything. Don't know what that's about. He's trying to get 2 more gateways up, but, I mean, was that drop effective enough, or is there just too many units on the field as it stands? I mean, he can still do another wave of goons after this. He's even getting Reaver. He's gonna go follow this with a Reaver drop, probably. Well, he actually, no, I'm sorry. Well, he has his own. Oh, actually, no, yeah, sorry, that's Pew Pew's. So Reaver just to deal with the cannons, actually. But just have you in mind, these guys do 125 damage per shot. Enough to almost 2 shot. That's a nice storm. Oh, that multicolored you're right there, but here we go. It looks like I think it's gonna be the killing blow here. Nice storm, but not quite killing out the Reaver. Oh, poor Reaver, poor warm guy. Are you serious? Did Must actually hold? Looking back at this tab, 21 goons to 8 zealots. He's microing back, but he has 8 of his own zealots right here. 9 goons now. It looks like he may take this back, but keep in mind that the PPU does have he does have Reaver drop potentiality, and he also has an upgrade advantage. I don't know what his upgrades are looking like right now. +1 is about 2/3 of the way done here, so. I'm not quite sure if a counter push is going to work yet. I have to go back. There's no point. What is going on here? I hear explosions. I'm not sure if you ever listen to a game, and I know you guys can't hear in-game sounds, but I'd wonder though if you guys hear that when you're actually going through a replay. Where it actually, what you hear is like these like really far off explosions, like something's being fired at something, and you try to find out what it is, but it's like a goon firing at their own building, probably what it was, but still, goon, dragoon. I just start saying dragoon more. I feel awkward saying goon. Alright, so we have 8 gates compared to 6 gates, but we were actually. It looks like somehow Must is in a better position. But then again, he can't really produce off of 8 gauge right now. Both players are reclaiming their third bases right here. Both players, I think third bases are identical right now. But he's slightly ahead for Must right here. That's gonna be hard to engage here. I've never really seen such a macro game on this map before. Very interesting. But regardless, we do have 3 or 6 gates. Let's keep up this tab because it's actually just making me figure what their armies are gonna be. Still going really heavy on the goons right now. We do have a 4th base coming up right now, and he has put a pylon DT to hit that 4th base. So, yeah, man, I actually really don't know. Looks like that Obs will get killed off. April's killed off. Where? I don't know who lost 8. I want to say PPU lost only 9 probes. And I don't know where. Alright, +1. The one thing though is what we're not seeing from Must right now is upgrades. PPU, I believe, is more on top of his upgrades. Last time I checked. Yep. Any armor instead of +1. He may have another forge down though. Nope. I mean, we're 17 minutes in the game. We need more forges. He's getting down 6, getting up to 9 gates now. To combat the 8 gates that we have for Must right now. You can see the unit compositions right here. We're seeing 22 goons, 2 zealots, 2 reavers. So that's the interesting thing right there. If the reavers are able to do a lot of DPS, that's definitely going to be able to do a lot of damage. But I'd say players are just kind of powering up to max armies right now, or at least until they feel comfortable to engage. I don't think either player really wants to engage right now because they've kind of like crippled each other in both rights. But I know, the longer Must is off this fourth base, the better. And not only that, he's up 62 probes. I mean, it looks like my army supply is that they're about even, but the economics of Must is going to be so much greater. He's mining off his natural still happily. I mean, the natural eventually is going to get killed off, or mined out, excuse me, for Pew. For Pew. This third base is getting hammered as well. I mean, same thing for the third base of Pew. But the other thing, though, is to note here. Whoa, wait a minute. He's taking this base as well. I mean, yeah. He's not getting, Must is yet to get punished for this, and he has 2 Reavers, and all he needs to do probably is maybe just go 2-pronged Reaver drop, but again, there's probably too many cans to really do that. Yeah, there's too many cans, he's too bunkered in. The third, this base is probably, you could probably drop it up here, but... And also, you know, Must can't really engage right now either, because, I mean, Reavers, I mean, this is like this is pretty powerful, I mean, 29 goons. There's a lot of Zealots here, but the problem, though, is Zealots versus Reaver is not a good matchup to go against. So when you compare those, I mean, if the Reavers are purposely target firing like clumps of units right now, this is gonna be huge. Oh, DT got in there. I don't know how many probes he got, but I don't think it did too much. There's too many cans everywhere. All right, it looks like it appears that PP is gonna want to take a base here, but the problem though is this. I feel like I'm not quite sure again, because what it looks like, I mean, look at the base when I jump around the minimap right here. So what Must did, he expanded here, and then here. It kind of looks like he's expanding to his opponent. Yet I feel like though it's gonna be impossible for PP to actually take this base here. And again, the longer he's off these extra bases, the better position. He's getting double upgrades now. He's still behind, you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's gonna have +1 armor if he engages here, which is definitely gonna help in a mirror matchup. But 199 supply down to 168, so he actually has an upgrade advantage. He has a lot of storms. Here we go, guys. Here comes the big engagement. We've had both players power up. A lot of storms kind of coming off, but look at the stuff on screen right here. But Pew has the, you know, the high ground advantage here. He's just letting all the storm go down, and then he's going to engage with the Zealots, though. I'm not sure if that's a smart move, but as the Archon are in the front here, and it looks, I don't know what Must have tried to do here, but his engagement style is really not the best there. He's stalled for that base for that much longer here, but this army's going to pincer the rest of these Zealots here, the 28 Zealots. These guys need to get out, need to do some harass or whatever, but there's already goons in position right there to flank. Alright, but he has +2 now, kicking in, but he has +2 as well, so, actually, no, I'm sorry, no, he has +1. He's just gonna be storming, though, but, well, that was not a perfect engagement for Must at all. Must, I mean, it's down to 148 supply compared to 147. 9 probes have been killed off for Pew, actually. Whoa, hold on. Did he do a recall? Did I just miss an incomplete tech tree? No, I didn't. And as I like to note, this is actually just stalling for more time. He's kind of forced to reposition. We're gonna have a counter push here, but it's gonna be too late. Look at the army back at home. Look at the gateway counts. 10 to 9. I think we even saw like a couple more being warped in right now. That cannot be right. That's 8. Yeah, that's actually right. Yeah. No, I cannot challenge it. He needs more gates, though. In my opinion. I'll tell you that because he's actually kind of he's still floating, you know, like 300-400 minerals. It's a big push though. 152 supply down to 160. But you have to keep in mind though, a lot of that is in the probes. Remember that is about 30 supply difference. If you subtract 30 supply from this guy, they're actually about even there. Nice storm. Oh, ow. That was a huge ton of probes. That's at least 10. But I don't know. Pew 8, excuse me. Nice storm though, just softening up the army a little bit more right now. He does have the upgrades right now. He does have 2-1-2 compared to 1-1. I mean, is he continue to get those upgrades? No, he's not. He's neglected those for the time being though, but he still has his bases up and operational. So if he still loses this base, it's not the end of the world, but he still cannot lose his main base though. That is the key factor here. But I think Must will be eventually, because he's slowly running out, and it looks like this is TP's last remaining forces here. That supply is dwindling down. He does not have the probe count to really continue to supply this army that Must continue to really engage here. And that's where the downfall of Pew Pew's playstyle here. Yes, he had a really good army, he had really good engagements, but the problem though is, you know, when that happens, if you can't reproduce your main army because he doesn't really good how good your micro positioning is. I mean, eventually you leave the game when you lose, but more specifically, you eventually lose your army from reproduction, and he just couldn't reproduce. I mean, you can even look at the resources here. I don't know how to look at this, but I must look at that. 43k, almost 44k to 34k for score-wise. But yeah, well, of how epic the game was, I do apologize though. We do not have. I was only given 1 rep. I only have 1 rep for you guys, so I do apologize. But man, this series, man, has been actually, it's not terrible. That game. This series been it's been on and off. I mean, we've had really good games. We had some moderately games, but more specifically, that game was really good, and I'm looking to see some more of these. All right, anyway, give me a quick 30-second break. I need some water, and to figure what I'm doing too. I just want to change the song a little bit. I want to get to a Star Crunchy song because I like their music more. Do Terran 5. Let's go for it. But all right, dashboard. Okay, we have no new comments. Awesome. Not like that's awesome, but in general. And then let me go to. Wait a second. I know this just calms me down a little bit more. But whatever. All right, getting back in the game right here. Next game's gonna be between Oct. Actually, sorry. Well, actually, that was just a walkover in general. What I will do is, though, who won that game? Musted. I mean, I will give them like a half check mark. I don't know exactly who won that. I'll go double check because the series has been pretty awesome. But generally speaking, it's pretty much been a walkover. That was just kind of a fun rep to go over it anyway. So let's go on to Oxford versus Fat Man. Fat Man. First game's gonna be on same map. It will be on Blue Storm. I feel like that's way too loud compared to my mic level. Alright, getting back into this, guys. I believe I'm in game now. Spawning in the top right as our yellow Zerg. Do not mind the overlay right now, as that is incorrect. It'll be Insanity Without Limits. A Fap Man spawning in the top right. And this opponent will be the orange Zerg. It'll be International Federation of Untouchables Oct Zerg. So that's gonna be fun. Oct Zerg. Here's what. And this one did not give me any notes about missing reps, so we do have the full series. Man. Alright, anyway, we do have a depot coming up. You know, TVZ, again, benefit of the doubt, what I've been told of this map, Zerg does have the upper hand here. Terran might have a little bit more difficult time. I'd expect more of a one-base play beforehand. I think expanding is going to be too risky here because I'm not even sure if it's possible, but if it is, it's super gosh darn difficult to really wall. Well, I think you can probably just block it off with the depot and repair it, which he might do. Nope, it's just out. But I'm not even sure if it's actually possible to tight wall that off. And if it is, it's probably not gonna be time for a 9 pool. Which, well, actually, I don't know if we're gonna see a 12 patch into 12 pool probably with the gas. And then Mutalisk numbers on this map can get. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to get the Mutalisk in this game because you have to go all over the base. I mean, either way you look at it. So I'm not sure if the standard 3-edge Mutalisk play is really going to work as effectively. But yep. Anyway. Let me get our little thing open as well. I tend to forget this. It tends to come up around 2 minutes anyway, so. Alright, oh, we'll see it backwards. Alright, cool. You have this guy, Oxthurg. You're taking 12 hatch into 12. Cool. I believe the positioning of this is just to make it so it makes it straighter. Field should be scouting that. No gas quite yet. It's starting to look like a 3-hatch meatless or 3-hatch something. It could be lurkers. Lurkers could be a very effective. Put a lurker out here. What do? You cry about it because that's just all the splash damage you need. Just stack them all up. You're all good to go. It goes down the 3rd hatchery, and it actually will connect the creek though, very much like StarCraft 2. But more specifically, I don't know. I mean, is gas still not yet taken? There we go. He's not gonna like a uber fast layer. But he probably wants to do that. It's 14 drones and 18 SCVs. Tends to be pretty standard. 2 factory getting at that refinery. It looks like. I think what it's gonna do. I think it's gonna expect 2-hatch, 3-hatch meatless. I think it's gonna put down the eBay, get turrets, get +1 and stim, and then push out. Once the meatless are done and the threat's gone, I think it's gonna go for a push there. But I think lurkers are gonna be out in time. I think that's my prediction. I could be wrong, but that's just what it's starting to very, very much look like. What the build orders are coming from. Alright, Link will be making their way in the base though. May save 1 SCV, which he's not doing anything about. If he gets 2 SCVs, man. Well, that was effective. That was really effective, actually. 2 Lings for 1 SCV. That was, even at the mineral intake, that's actually fair, but it's not 23 drone, 23 SCVs to drone. He's not just picking, not terrible. There goes the layer. I mean, it's not needed, but you can't. That high percent will probably come about halfway in time. He's getting double gas. It's starting to look more and more like meatless. Starting to get speed, much more delayed speed. I'm going, well, oh no, that's not high percent. So yeah, I think it's gonna be 3-hatch meatless. I mean, 3-hatch lurker is not bad. I actually prefer it on this map, but I mean, of course, these players play this map. And of course, you know, you play builds that you're more comfortable with. I mean, 3-hatch lurker. I think it is a standard. I think according to Wikipedia, it's a standard build, but it's more situational, I think, and I think it's also the fact where you kind of wait, you kind of just. I'm trying to finish my comment. I have no idea what's gonna finish, but anyway. Ling counter flank might come in here. He's gonna push while Stim's gonna be done. He's gonna have Stim done. He's gonna pick up reinforcements here, and there's nothing to defend back at home. He's gonna Stim that fire bath right there. Very nice timing right there by Oxford. I mean, the Fat Man. It looks like these Lings will get cleaned up, but at the same time, though, that did delay this push on more than enough alarm to get 2 seconds up. And I think they will be actually in range. This guy, sure, for one, but this guy might be in range to get right here, and I think right about where my cursor's going. I think there's actually a sweet spot back here, then they can get behind the mineral line. But they're not going to go that way as they probably take too much pressure anyway. Spire should be coming down, yep. 3-hatch meatless is going to be coming down, even though I resented that they probably shouldn't go it. He did scan. I wouldn't be surprised for turrets to come up right about now. He has +1 coming up. Well, he has like 3 Marines. That's not going to do anything. I think it's more just like the pressure, like a tiny bit. Maybe taking for a 3rd base, and far 3rd. Now these Lings could do some damage here. I could be wrong, but this could get in the base, which has just happened. Marines tend to be pretty good, but if you get snipe off, alright, so 1 SCV has been killed off, 2 have been killed off. 3 have been, now it looks like only 2 have been killed off. It's also like buying time for the meatless to be more of a threat. He's up to 8 meatless now, keep in mind. Is he getting upgrades for them? Nope, no upgrades. So not much of a, well, what's that? A hydrogen. So it's very, very standard. Very surprised that Zerg didn't try to make an opportunity with lurkers on this map. I would have thought that lurkers would have been the better choice here. But. And you know the reason why I say that too? Look at this. I mean, apparently these mutas just know about this like marine block over here. And they really want to kill it off. Did he actually just lose a Mutalist? Was that even effective? Well, I guess he needed to clean up for a third base, but gas. But he just lost Mutalist to 3 Marines. That's not what you want to do with Zerg. 11 Mutalist are out. Yeah, I say you would have had 12. He's probably getting a Lurker Tech as we speak. But I just don't want to miss any of this. Nice Muta Micro from Oxerg. There is a fair amount of turrets up though, but they do an amount of damage. That will not be. He needs to. But remember though, they're still taking damage right here. These Mutalists again are just probably buying time. Setting up a third base behind this is what you do. He's just going in there and not really doing too much. Okay. He's killed off like 2 SCVs maybe. 3 maybe. Total. I mean, it's not the best Mutalist harass, but I mean it's effective nonetheless. What do we have here? We have we have a 3rd and 4th base coming up right now. One at the 6 o'clock and one at the 11 o'clock. So not bad in general, but he's not stimming either. Oh, that he's down to 9 Mutalists, and these guys are very heavily weakened, FYI. We have the starport transition right here. He does see that. He's just gonna try to kill it off. Yeah, I think Terran's actually gonna be fine. And what was I saying? What? +1 being done. And he's gonna push across the map when it's done. What? Was I right? Was I right? Right. And does he have lurkers in position? What? Did I call that or what? At the beginning of the cast? Still have an overlord though, not bad at all. Yeah, it looks like not bad at all. A chilling SCV over there. Whoa, hold on. He really wants to save that starport. Down to 6, so I mean now his numbers are really getting dwindled down. They're very weakened, and keep that in mind as well. If an irradiate goes off, that's gonna be absolutely just killer. He sniped off this base, so he forced a cancel. Or he actually, I'm not sure if he knew about it, but right when he saw the scan, probably he just undid it so he can be able to rebuild that. He dies down to 5 Mutalist. Lurkers are in position here. Was I right? Was Lurkers? But that's how predictable Brood War is. He just lost all but 1 Mutalist. These lurkers may or not have +1. No. And this is what Terran needs to do. They need to pick up this base, and that's what he's going to be doing. Thing though is it's going to allow the lurkers to get in position to potentially just lock this down. He's even going to cancel the eggs. He knows that base is gone. And that extractor's dead. And he has lurkers in position, so that base should not go down to at least bio forces. Or a lot of Marines. That's a 5 barracks now. He has 1 drop ship though. Kinda glad I saw that. That's why I love this thing. It actually catches everything for me. Yeah, stuff. He's actually gonna kill off the Overlord. Or try to, and then he's gonna go in with the dropship. Smart move there. Lurker's going in position against these Marines right here. They're not paying attention here. He just lost 5 Marines just being idle. Wow. He's gonna elevate in the main base here. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Even target fire plus with Carapace being researched. He can kill off the Defiler, man. There's so much stuff. There's so many tech structures that are in there that can do so much damage, and I love this right now. And I don't think Neon Zerg sees it just now coming in here. It looks like he's got target fire the Defiler round. Will it go down? Consume. It will go down. This will get cleaned up, but that was a pretty big hit though. I mean, not as big as Carapace, but still. We do have another drop here. He's really drop prone right now, which I really like this Terran style right now. But that one got fended off right there. And we do have appears to be the third base. But Terran, I mean, still consistently off. And let me bubble up this. I hate these audio levels right now. It's really bugging me. You have Terran music again. About the generic one, but all right. Let's go see what Terran's doing right now. What does he see? Terran's gonna be pushing across the map right here. Now, I'll be interested in what he's gonna be actually predicting right here. I see this push. Oh, that dropship got killed off right there. Not a position where you want to be as Terran. He's gonna be running into a lurker line potentially. Or he's gonna get sniped off right here. So he's gonna be going for a push here. And it doesn't look like he does have his third base up and running right now. He does scan, sees a lot of lings, lurkers morphing, and he does see that. So he's gonna go for it. Let's see here from his player cam, and it looks like we'll be able to clean it up though. I believe we can see the lurkers even though if he can't. But they will be borrowing here. This has been so far a pretty good engagement for Fatman right here, but he's losing a lot of Marines here. It's always those last few lurkers when you don't have your bio ball with you. Kind of both traded armies there. Not terrible trading, but definitely those are a lot of Zerg, like gas heavy units, and that's the problem when you don't have Dark Swarm available. I mean. And that's the benefit of sniping out that base here. He has no more dropships on the field right now, so it appears. Oh, he's stemming off. Ow, that's gonna severely supply block too, and I'm not sure if he's gonna have Dark Swarm ready. I don't think he has a single Defiler on the field. He has one. If Fatman has this timing where he can do a ton of damage with this Bioforce here. Is he gonna kill the Defiler before it can even do anything? I love this right now. 118 to 60, 52. This might be a game, guys. I really think, yeah. Fatman's playing this really well. He will be standing here as well. Him and Manor Defense Matrix Man on the Marine. Because why waste 100? He's won this. His GG by Oxford. Not a terrible game. The Zerg really needed to keep better. Oh, sorry, Oxford didn't win game 1. Sorry, this was game 1. But yeah, generally speaking, Fatman did. Once he killed off both those hatcheries, he was game. He got those games. Those Meatless didn't do much. They're kind of more of a hassle. He did lose them. Dropship harass. Did I hear something? Nope. Actually, this might just be the end of the night because it's actually 1 a.m. here. I'll probably end it here, but I just do want to talk about this real quick. What we saw there, if you get those meatless out, and I'm deriving this from StarCraft 2, the same thing can be said for Brood War. If you get those meatless out, you can actually just deny those dropships. And it's more prevalent in StarCraft 2, but again, just bear with me here. In StarCraft 2, Terran dropships so much more than what a standard Brood War game has. But you see drops like on this map. But getting back to the point here, you needed a lot more drop harass on StarCraft 2, and what they do now, what Zergs do, is that they get a lot of these high mutilus numbers so they can counter this off, and that's the benefit to keeping them alive. Sure, they take up supply, but was he maxed out at that time? No, he wasn't. He was at like maybe 80 by the time that engagement ends. So, and also that's the benefit of the dropship too. I mean, he sniped off Consuming. He can't Dark Swarm yet. So, guys, thanks for watching though. I am a little bit tired. It is 1 a.m. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably your time, whoever's watching now, it's probably either up really late California time. I'm sure I have no Eastern Standard Time people because it's 1 a.m. here, and California, and I want to say Europe right, it might have it. Europe might be awake now really early, or like Asia, or you guys are just midnight owls and you're just watching the cast. But anyway, guys, I wish I could cast more. But again, I'll be back tomorrow. Guys, thanks for watching. Peace, guys. Really epic game so far.